The black SUV's front tires are stuck in a ditch while its underside balances on a large boulder about 150 yards from the newly erupted Cascade Fire. A U.S. Forest Service investigator approaches and finds a former college professor, Gary Maynard, underneath trying to free the Kia Soul. Maynard holds 3 master's degrees and a Ph.D. in sociology, focusing on topics like deviance and crime, according to a biography shared by Sonoma State University. Last fall, he had been appointed a part-time lecturer in the school's Department of Criminology and Criminal Justice Studies. But his position had not been renewed for the spring semester, the university later says. More recently, he had been traveling across Northern California and living out of his car, a complaint states. Maynard denies knowing about any fires, the investigator recounts in a court filing. A witness reports seeing him walk toward the area where the Cascade Fire would ignite and return about 10 minutes later. On August 3, the investigator installs a tracker on Maynard's car. Law enforcement officers observe his SUV near 3 wildfires around the time they start. They arrest Maynard on August 7 on allegations that he crossed into a fire emergency zone. Sheriff's officers later charge him with arson for allegedly starting the ranch fire in Lassen National Forest the same day. Investigators believe he was involved in starting 6 other blazes. Maynard allegedly kicks his jail cell's door, denying he started any fires and threatening to kill a sheriff's deputy, court filings allege. In a memo arguing for pretrial detention, federal prosecutors say Maynard traveled long distances to set blazes near first responders fighting the Dixie Fire. His fires were placed in the perfect position to potentially trap firefighters, prosecutors argue. Where Maynard went, fires started, they write. Not just once, but over and over again. Maynard is ordered detained without bail. His public defender, Heather Williams, tells the Post that because her client has not been indicted, as with every other accused at this point in their cases, his plea is not guilty. August 17. Lassen Volcanic National Park's headquarters is evacuated as the Dixie Fire continues to burn through the site, which has been closed since August 5. PG&E temporarily cuts power to more than 51,000 customers to reduce wildfire risks. August 18. Porter, chief of Cal Fire, says the Dixie Fire is the first wildfire to jump from the west side of the Sierra Nevada mountain range to the east side. He says the inferno is exceedingly resistant to control. 6 firefighter engines are diverted to help battle the Caldor Fire, which has exploded in size, destroying homes and charring cars in Grizzly Flats, a small town outside Sacramento. Scott Stevens, a professor of wildland fire science at the University of California at Berkeley, later tells the Post the massive response needed to try to contain the Dixie Fire has kept firefighters from devoting more resources to other fires, like Caldor, now more than 210,000 acres, while they are still small. August 20. In an incident report, fire officials say they are experiencing conditions never seen before, such as increased spread rates, spotting and active nighttime burning. August 25. Responding to questions from a federal judge, PG&E denies the suggestion that one of its contractors may have flown the drone that interfered with the firefight on July 13. The company adds that it cannot account for what its contractors may have done on their own time. Meanwhile, smoke from the Dixie Fire and other blazes prompts air quality alerts in cities hundreds of miles away. Officials in Washoe County, Nevada, say the county experienced its top 3 worst air pollution days on record in the past week. Throughout the summer, multiple wildfires generate hazy conditions as far away as New York City. In the spring, the waterways reflect every color in the valley. Purple brodiea flowers decorate the landscape, nestled between granite peaks. Wide open sky stretches overhead. Visitors sip from naturally occurring soda springs. It is, Trina Cunningham says, an awe-inspiring place.